Welcome to Rom Wills, Money Matters. Only start businesses based on your skill set. You know, this is very important. And this is something I've had to have talked before because I always think about this guy. I ain't mentioned him before. I ain't going to give too much information on him. But let's just say he started a business, but he didn't last too long, only a few months in it. But I'm thinking to myself, was that your skill set? Because what you did beforehand, how I knew him to begin with, was totally different from where he was at. See, that's one thing. You got a lot of people, they want a business and they'll just start it off of whatever little thing that they'll just start it. They'll read something, it's like, yeah, everybody into this. Let me jump on it. Only problem is that might not be their skill set. Look, I don't care what it is. I don't care what the hot business is or anything. First of all, if it's a hot business, everybody getting into it, only get into it if you got skill. And if it's a hot business and everybody's getting into it, you need to have super skill in it. I do mean super skill. You need to be a master because you're competing with other people. But other than that, I mean, just first of all, figure out what your skill set is. First of all, what are you good at? And then, okay, you want to start a business. What people are looking for your skill set? That's when you study your demographic. Which demographic are you looking for? You know, who's looking for what you're selling? You know? Who's looking for what you're selling? Are they looking, I don't care what it is. You know, you might be real good at cutting grass. Okay. What people are looking for a grass cutter? You could probably hit up some, I'll just say this, I'll throw it out there for anybody who wants to do lawn work. You probably should maybe have flyers or try to hit up more affluent areas. Not so much that, they definitely going to have a lawn or something. They might not want to cut their own grass. And it's not even laziness. They probably working so hard to get that place. The last thing they want to do on the side is be out cutting grass and stuff. But you need to study that if that's your skill set. Whatever your skill set is. You want to do something, one, you do want to provide service to a target demographic, but you want to be good at it. You want to be good at it because, well, you still might be probably will be competing against other people. So you want to have not just a skill set, but a great skill set. You know, don't start a business on something you don't know. That's how a lot of businesses fail. I guarantee you, if you look at a lot of people why they fail, they just weren't good at the business. It wasn't for them. See, you have some people, they just want to jump into anything, you know? In fact, look, I don't say if I get somebody mad, that's a big part with multi-level marketing. A lot of people just ain't good at that. You know, because I've had more stories of people saying, well, I got into it, but, I can't make money like that person. They hold up the person who made money, and that person was probably good at it. They did what they had to do. But sometimes you get some people, that's not what they had to do. They weren't good at it. How you expect to make money that way? Because I don't care what it is, but you got to have good skills, one, to appeal to your target demographic, two, to hold on to your target demographic. Because you don't want, if you don't have a skill set, you're not going to do a great job. You don't do a great job, they're going to be like, well, shoot, let me get somebody who's going to do a great job. If you're not good at your business or whatever business you try, people ain't going to want you. People are not going to want you. Because understand something. The best advertising is word of mouth. If you lousy, it's going to be a negative word of mouth. They're going to be like, they'll tell their friends, don't get them. Or worse, they ain't going to say anything. Then you struggling. Then you're going to be struggling. And then depending on what it is, they might report you. Seriously, they might report you. That's what better businesses are for. Or, we live in that time people can do reviews online. Because I get hit up all the time. People apparently love my reviews. So somebody do some bad business for me. I'm like, you got a review online? Boom, boom. This person bad. Just this or that. That can mess you up. Some people won't even get business without looking at reviews first. But you ain't going to have good reviews if you're not good at the business. Think about what you're good at. First of all, even looking for a business, think about what you are good at. What are you good at? You might be good at organizing events. Hey, event organization, please. You can make money. You know, when I'm online, I'm always getting some stuff. I guess through the algorithm, what I pay attention to, I'm always getting some stuff about some type of expo, some expo or event or something. So what if you good with people? You good with people. You good at organizing events. You might be the person, you know, you organize like stuff for the family and everything. That's your skill set. You good with it. Or you could be that type of person. I mentioned in a video last week or so, man, I do so many, but what if you just good at with talking with different people? People might hire you. You might be able to have a business hosting for people. Hosting for people. You know, think about what your skill set is. Like sit back and say, okay, what am I good at? What am I definitely good at? Let me do this, you know? Let me do this. You could be good at cutting hair, please. You know, I'm just real quick. Don't sleep on hair. You get some people try to like talk down on barbers or hairdressers, but the beauty of hair is it always grows back. A barber will stay in business. You gotta be very bad as a barber not to stay in business. Because the client's hair is always gonna grow back. That client's always gonna need a cut. And women especially, I've seen some of this stuff, so you know the hair salon. But that could be what you're good at. Yeah, some young ladies out there, they good at braiding hair, and in some states they're allowed to like be in business. And all they doing is braiding. That's it. That's it. But hey, you can make money. You charge enough for it. Shoot, no matter what. I mean, seriously, if you good at, I don't care how small it might seem. Like one of my favorites is cooking. Cooking. You get some people, they can cook. They can cook their butts off. And you be like, how come you ain't making money? If you that person that cooking so well that people be getting seconds, people get the itis off of you because they eating so much of your stuff they sleeping. Ain't no reason you shouldn't be making money off of it. That's a skill set. Just cooking, period. Cooking, anything to deal with that. You know, your skill set could just be cleaning up stuff. Hey, please, people who clean stuff. Like a woman who was a second mother to me. She had a part-time job just cleaning buildings. She started out that way. Eventually, she had a crew. She was making so much money. She was getting cars and giving them away, buying property and everything. But she was good at it. I don't care what it is. Now figure out what it is first that you're really good at, even great at. At a minimum, good at it, preferably great at it. Start the business based on that. Because, and even if it's not a trend, somebody will need it. I'll give you an example. During COVID, yeah, people who could really clean stuff, they were making out like bandits. People who were really good at cleaning, they were making out like bandits. I don't care what it is. You know, it could be you real good at getting rid of bugs. We all need that. Whatever the case, whatever your skills are, start the business based on that, what you are good at doing. All right? No ifs, ands, and buts. What are you good at doing? What's the things that you're good at? Seriously, sit down and write it down, and it might be something. Talk to your friends. Sometimes they'll see some, like talk to people good at you. Say, what do you see I'm good at? Boom. They might see something that you don't, because sometimes what we're good at is so natural to us, we don't think about it. You know, so talk to people whose words you trust. Say, what do you see in me? I mean, yes, yeah, ideally you should know yourself, but sometimes we don't. Like I said, we can take it for granted. You figure it out and then say, oh, maybe I can do that. You know, and trust me, virtually everything somebody needs, virtually everything, like cleaning. There's been some times, there was a young lady who I had known from when she was working at a local restaurant. And I saw a flyer and I said, oh, I know her, cleaning. Now, there was a period. I was like thinking, sometimes I'm thinking, you know, I should have held on to a thing. Sometimes I'll be thinking, I don't feel like cleaning this big old place. But somebody else probably wants her to clean their big old place. All right? So only start a business based on your skill set. Don't just start a business just because it might be popular or people talk about how much money it makes. If you don't have a skills in that particular business, don't just jump in. Because not only a skill set, but you got to have the love for it. That's a whole other conversation. But at a minimum, have a skills in that particular business. Only start businesses on it. All right. So that's all I have for today, y'all. Y'all know the deal. Let's go make that money.